Hey, what's up YouTube Nation? And today we're going to be talking about the news. So you might have heard about Jimmy Carter. Jimmy was the 39th president of the United States and he tragically passed away recently. He lived from October 1st, 1924 to December 29th, 2024, and he tragically took his own life after his peanut farm had its 5th failed production year in a row. It's believed that his farm was infected with Indian peanut clump virus, which causes infected plants to turn a dark green before stunting the growth of the plant and eventually killing the plant.
इंडियन पीनट क्लम्प वायरस जिन प्लांट फैमिलीज को डिजीज कोज कर रहे हैं उनके बेस पर उनके नाम होते हैं। तो आईपीसीवी इंडियन पीनट क्लम्प वायरस इस वायरस का नाम है और इस वायरस में जिस तरह से अपने देखते हैं कि जितने भी प्लांट वायरस है उसमें जेनेटिक मटेरियल।
It was also rumored that in 2020 Carter's farm was hit with salt marsh caterpillars, which is a species of caterpillar that feeds off of foliage leaves, causing plants to become sun damaged. Peanut production has been down all across the board for US producers since 2022, where it was reported that the US produced 5.57 billion tons of peanuts, which I know sounds like a lot, but is actually a 13% decrease from last year. If you know any peanut farmers, you might want to check in on them. Peanut-related suicides have been on a continual increase since 2015. And if you or anyone else you know are going through tough times right now, please call the number on screen. It's always darkest before the sun rises. Next up in the news, Netflix just released a new movie about the 6,888th Central Postal Directory Battalion called the 688, and it has people up in arms. The movie is about the 6,888th Central Postal Directory Battalion, which was the 6,888th Battalion in charge of Postal Directory and was composed of 855 primarily black women led by Charity Adams. The 6,888th Postal Directory was in charge of cleaning up after the war was over by delivering old mail like that one episode of Family Guy.
What's that?
It's the dead letter bin. It's all the stale mail what never got delivered for one reason or the other.
Well, this is horrible. I'm gonna organize these. There might be some we could resend.
That's above and beyond, Lois.
The director of this movie, Tyler Perry, was seen on social media responding to the backlash with threats of violence, saying, and I quote, "Miss Wright, please tell me where to show up and what you need to help your fight." The movie is currently sitting at a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes, so we're just gonna have to see how this one pans out. In other news, the CIA just confirmed life on Mars. There was a recent declassified document that people seem to think confirms life on Mars and the existence of pyramids and an ancient alien race. I've read some of the document and it sounds more like a script to a subpar sci-fi movie. They're ancient people. They're dying. It's past their time or age. They're very philosophic about it. They're looking for a way to survive and they just can't. There evidently was a party or a group of them that went to find a new place to live. It's like I'm getting all kinds of overwhelming input on the corruption of their environment. It's falling very rapidly, and this group went somewhere, like a long way to find another place to live. I mean, we already know that aliens exist in the scientific way, such as single-cell organisms, but I guess that's just too boring now, so they have to be ancient Mars alien giants that built pyramids before mysteriously disappearing. I guess what I'm saying is that when the CIA report sounds more like a young adult novel and less like a report, maybe take it with a grain of salt. And for our final story, we have a child's magical hug with a gentle horse. The child was based out of Somerset, UK, and was able to live out her very own fantasy tale when she started kissing all the horses. Go ahead and roll that clip.
Go give me a kiss now.
While it hasn't been confirmed, it's believed that this child is related to Mr. Hands, who was not only a dedicated equestrian, but was also an engineer who worked at Boeing. Mr. Hands, real name Kenneth Penyang, tragically passed away in 2005 due to horse-related injuries. After his death, people like Charles Mundane were quoted saying he didn't truly love the horses and he was not a true zoo. If this unnamed child is somehow related to Kenneth, it's wonderful to see Kenneth's passion and love for horses continuing even after his tragic passing. Well, I think that's about it for this week's roundup of the news. news. If this video comes out before New Year's, then remember to travel safely and drink plenty of water. Also, check out the podcast I co-host with Arnie King called Henny for Your Thoughts. We upload new episodes every 2 weeks. Follow me on Instagram at PimTurkey69 to see updates on videos and behind the scenes content. Also, if you want to show your support, follow me on Patreon. Anyway, until next time, later.